What's up, YouTube? This is Damien J. This is the morning drop. I just got done doing EVA at the old CrossFit gym here. Today, I wanted to go ahead and review a shoe. As you guys know, I like to try something out, try it for a couple weeks, see how I feel about it. I will put the caveat on this though, I do have a lot of shoes. So a lot of times what I'll do is I will try to match my shoe to my outfit. You can say whatever you want about that, but I just like to do that. So they probably don't get worn every single day of the week, but I do go to the box sometimes 10 times in a row. So each shoe will probably get worn about twice in that 10 days. So, you know, roughly about, I guess if you were going to be conservative, about once a week. Once a week I'll wear these shoes. I actually wore these again today for this workout because I really wanted to get an idea of, excuse me, how it felt on the run. And that shoe is the New Balance Minimus 40. It's got a nice little rope climber inside here. The web says that it has a 4mm drop on it. You'll have to excuse me, it is going to be allergy season for a while. Spring is coming early, it's coming in hot. I like the way it's set up. It's got this nice little support around the ankle. That was the first thing that I noticed about it when I first put it on, because a lot of shoes, when you first put them on, there's a tendency for these parts here to kind of dig into your heel, or excuse me, your ankle. And with this here, it keeps it away from the ankle. A big question that's always, with any kind of functional fitness shoe, people always want to know how the toe box is. I honestly felt like the toe box was a little loose for my liking, but overall it's a really good fit on the shoe overall. So there is a little bit of play in the toe box when you're doing any kind of lifts. I know I was doing power cleans the other day. I feel like if the natural splay of your foot has already been all the way down, if this is a afternoon wear for you, it's gonna fill out the shoe a lot better, because I could feel during the workout the splay of my foot kind of flattening out, and it felt a lot better in the toe box. You could always just tie it again, you know. I don't like it too tight in the toe box. I kind of put it right there because I popped this straight off. This is usually how it fits on my foot. I don't like my shoe to be too tight in the toe box. I like a little bit of play. So I felt like there was probably a little too much play in there, but I didn't want to tighten it up too much, because anybody who knows a shoe that has a big toe box, if you tighten it up too much, then you start to get that weird kind of bunching up towards the toe, and I don't like that either, because like I said, as the progression of the workout goes, your foot usually flattens out and it fits better. So I am of that school of thought that a shoe should fit you, period. There's no such thing as breaking in a shoe. I will say that in one of my future interviews, I will talk about how that may not be true for one particular shoe, but for this one, perfect fit first time. Like I said, on casual weightlifting, not too bad. I did a rope climb in it just to see how it felt. It's about standard. It's a little bit grippier than the Metcon, but it's about the same as the Nano as far as that inner grip goes. So, and when I say Nano, I mean the 6 and down, because the 7 has a different grip, and I'll talk about that in the future too. So all in all, I like it a lot, but I think where this shoe is going to excel is in workouts like today, where we did EVA. EVA is basically, it's 5/800, so it's a 2.5-mile run broken up, and it was fantastic on the run. I gotta tell you, it was probably one of the more comfortable shoes I've ever worn on a run that I could call a functional trainer. So that being said, I would definitely go ahead and tell you guys that if you're looking into something that you could use as a go-to for the run, this is definitely the shoe. Now, I did talk to a few people who have some of the Mimimuses, and the Minimus shoes, there you go, who have pairs of the Minimus shoes. and they all came up with the general consensus that they don't last long. But they also said that they didn't have the 40. Now, I'm feeling the material on the outside. It doesn't have a Kevlar coat or any proprietary kind of coat to it. It does feel like it has like a rubbery kind of feel to it. I don't know if there's something in the threading that they put. I don't know. So over time, I don't know what it'll do. Like I said, the rope climb that I did, I took big bites on it, really kind of stood up on it to see, kind of jumped up and down to see how much the grip was, and the grip felt fine. So I don't know how the wear and tear on this particular shoe is going to be. Maybe 6 months from now, after I broken the outside of them in, I would say. Because like I said, the inside shouldn't have to be broken in. But once the outside has been beaten up and taken through its paces, maybe I'll do an update. But as far as the first few weeks wearing this thing, I would have to say it's a damn good shoe. It's just damn good all the way around. It runs for about, I think retail is $119. I was able to pick them up on Amazon for $109. I actually used the 10% off coupon because I just moved, and apparently they'll give you 10% off your first $1,000 in purchases if you switch over with the post office or whatever. If you change your address because you're moving, they'll give you 10% off. So I used that. I got 11 bucks off the shoes, so they ended up costing me 98-ish, 98 bucks. Not a bad deal. As far as quality goes, I have to say, as far as not knowing, what the durability of this shoe is going to be long term, I can just say at face value, so far, just having them a few weeks and wearing them on and off, it's a damn good shoe, man. I mean, it's really great on the run. There's only one other shoe that impressed me on the run, and I'll talk about that in a future video. But all in all, great shoe. Definitely go out and get yourself a pair if you need one for running. If running is something that you enjoy doing and you're a CrossFitter, I say that this is a good all-around shoe for that. Like I said, nice fit. As far as sizes go, I wear an 11 in everything. I wear a 10. I wear a 10 in Chuck Taylors, but as far as functional fitness shoes go, every single pair I have has been 11, and it's fit perfect. And that's the range of them: the Nobles, the Nanos, the Metcons. Every functional trainer that I have, the size 11 has been perfect. Whereas, like I said, Chuck Taylors, they're one size down. No idea why. I'm not going to speculate on their sizing at all. That's just where the sizing goes. Like I said, another thing I wanted to add is that I'm narrow foot. I don't have a wide foot. I'm always asked that, and I always forget to say it. I have a narrow foot, so maybe that's why there's so much room in the toe box for me. I know that some people, like, what's a good example? The Nano 5, people said that there was a lot of room in the toe box. I didn't feel like it, but I know that people with wider feet loved the Nano 5 because of how much room there was. So for me, if you have that wider foot, it's probably going to fit perfect. I mean, it's probably going to be what you're looking for too. So if you're a runner with a wide foot, it's probably the one. Luckily with Amazon, they do have a return policy. I had an ex-girlfriend who would actually wear shoes like for 2 or 3 workouts, decide she didn't like them and send them back, which I personally think is tacky. But hey, to each their own. So if that's within your stilo to go ahead and do something like that, I mean, go ahead and try them for a workout and send them back, because Amazon's pretty gracious when it comes to shoes, as long as they come straight from Amazon. So that's all I got on them. If I were to give them a rating, I would definitely call it a 5 out of 5. They're superior in every way. A 5 out of 5 for running. I say for CrossFit WODs, it's a 4.5, 5. I think it's almost a 5. I didn't see anything that really holds me back. I feel like the 5mm drop in them may be a bit high at first, but you don't really notice. I mean, it's one of those things where you put them on and you're like, hey, these feel a little higher, and then you don't notice it again. So that's all I got. If you got any questions or comments specific about the shoe, please drop them in the comments below. Please know that I'm no expert on shoes. I'm not an expert CrossFitter by any means. I like to dress well, and if I see a functional fitness shoe that looks good and it's in a color scheme that I can wear with other clothes, unfortunately I'll definitely check it out. But just a great all-around shoe, man. So here's another look at it. Here's the bottom tread. Here we go. Got our rope climber grip in there. So that's all I got. So like I said, any questions about it, please leave it in the comments below. As always, you can follow me on the snaps, tweets, and the grams. That's at DamianJ, DamianJay, because I love you guys. Thanks for riding with me.